I mean, I feel like the epiphany lesson is so clear in that book. And it comes in the very first chapter when you talk about going to a Jim Brown movie. Now, I don't know if people of a certain age don't know who Jim Brown is, but Jim Brown was the original athlete turned star.
Yeah.
Before that, Mickey Mantle never became a movie star. I mean,
right, yeah. It was always a joke when they put a guy like
Right. And then it became much more of a common thing. We see, okay, Jim Brown, and he was, I mean, I wanted to be Jim Brown, too. When he was in 100 Rifles with Raquel Welch, and she's, oh, there it is. Oh, that's the, oh, look at that. That's the poster.
Oh, yeah.
Where she's hugging him from behind like that, and they both have a look on their face like, yeah, we just did it, and we did it well.
No, they're sexy in that movie.
Oh, and he's very sexy. Okay, so you saw a Jim Brown movie. Yeah. When you were, how old were you? Probably like 10?
I was 72, so I'm like 8.
8 years old.
Yeah.
You're in this all-black theater, okay? And it's a double feature. When they had double features. Yeah. And the first movie is kind of a messagey movie.
Yeah, it's called The Bus Is Coming.
But The Bus Is Coming. And the... ... The crowd hated it.
Hated it.
Right. They're literally yelling out, suck my dick.
Yeah, right.
It
was the, you know... I was a fairly sophisticated kid, so I've seen the adults kind of, you know, have different responses, you know, to movies before. And I'd even seen an adult audience turn against the movie, but I'd never seen the level of contempt that this black audience felt towards The Bus Is Coming. I mean, they just...
Which is a black movie.
Yes. Right? They just proceeded to just yell insults at the characters on screen. Because, like, yeah, that's not the movie we came to see, so we only walked in. So we had 45 minutes to go. So for the whole 45 minutes, they just yelled shit at the people on screen. And the first time I ever heard the expression, suck my dick, all right, was like some guy in the audience yelling it to somebody on screen. And at first, I'm a little trepidatious about it all.
Anal rape, suck my dick. This is quite an education you're getting.
Well, I'm a little trepidatious, but all of a certain point, they were just so funny. I just started, like, uncontrollably giggling. And then, like, and the guy who's taking me to see it is this football player who's dating my mom. So he's trying to get in good with me. And he takes me into an all-black theater, and he sees me, like, being comfortable. He's like, hey, you a cool kid, cute, you know? And he's, like, patting me with his huge hand. And so I yell out something at the screen, kind of look at him to make sure it's okay. He's like, ha, ha, ha. You know, he's like happy that I'm having a good time. And so I suck my dick. The characters. But actually, the funniest one, suck my dick, definitely had the benefit of being memorable. All right. But the funniest one is at the end of the movie, the bus, which I think was supposed to be a metaphor. This 12-year-old kid's waiting for the bus the whole film. All right. At the end, the bus finally shows up. And then the kid runs down the street screaming the title of the movie. The bus is coming, the bus is coming, the bus is coming. And somebody in the theater just says, yeah, well, get on it and go fuck yourself.
I just want to say, if you're promoting this book on the Today Show, don't tell these stories.
Okay,
it's just not going to work the same.
Just... too hip for the house.
But then the Jim Brown movie comes on, which is a kick-ass action movie, I'm sure, where he's cool and the crowd loves it. And you say you've never been the same. Yeah, well, and that your whole career, you've been trying to recreate that experience from 1972.
It was a magnificent experience, especially being the the son of a single mother. You know, and even at that point, she was living with 2 of her best friends, so it's like I'm a house with 3 young women. So being taken by a football player, like a Rams player, to a Jim Brown movie in 1972 on a Saturday night in an all-black theater, except for me, that was probably the most masculine male experience I had ever had in my life. I was like, fuck going camping, this is it. Yeah, this is way better than fucking fishing. All right, this is cool.
I mean,
but there is an aspect. I do say that it's like either as a movie consumer, going to movies and being part of an audience, or creating movies for an audience. That goal of a Jim Brown movie in 1972 on a Saturday night is always what I'm trying to achieve.
To me, it also read like it's important to make I love a meaningful movie. I can't stand one that isn't.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes something can be just silly and I can enjoy it, but mostly I want to get into something.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we're entertainers.
Absolutely.
That, to me, was the lesson there. The first one just wasn't entertaining, and if you don't entertain people, it doesn't matter how good the message is, then you're just preaching and we're fucking bored.
Absolutely.
And the second one, well, it's entertaining. And you certainly, if nothing else, and you've been much else, have been entertaining.
If nothing else.
Very entertaining.